South Africans will now have 7 extra days to comment on the draft amended COVID-19 regulations. The draft is out for public comment, but given the huge response, the Health Department has decided to extend comment till the 24th of April. Now, over 100,000 comments have been received to date. Once new regulations are decided, it will fall under the National Health Act. eNCA's Heidi Giokos has those details.
Health Minister Dr. Phaahla says COVID-19 regulations aren't intended to control South Africans but are in place to provide the necessary protection against the virus. He says there's been much criticism that government is still sticking to regulations despite infections being low. But the Health Department must always be prepared for the worst given the unpredictability of the virus.
There's maybe a misunderstanding, and I suspect even from the feedback we get from some of the honorable members, there is a misconception that these are completely new regulations. As you will see from the presentation, there has been some major amendments in some cases, but in many cases, it's basically an amendment on regulations which actually have been in existence for the last 5 years, from 2017. We just want to assure the honorable members and the public that there is no desire from myself as a minister and the team from health to want to continue to control people's lives unnecessarily. This is purely in terms of making sure that we do have instrument through which this threat, which still exists, we are quite conscious of the fact that if we totally just drop everything about containment of the pandemic, we have seen what has happened in our case, but also what is happening even in other parts of the world.
With the overwhelming response, government has decided to give South Africans more time to comment.
The minister has authorized us to extend the period for extra 7 days, and that will be in the Gazette this morning. And we've now, in addition to the email, people can actually use the WhatsApp number that will be gazetted this morning to actually comment on the matter.
With the extension for public comment, this means government will have 9 days to consider any objection to the rules and activate them. Earlier in April, the national state of disaster ended with the announcement that the current measures will automatically lapse after 30 days, which also includes mandatory masks indoors and in public transport. The Health Department will be under immense pressure to have those regulations gazetted and deal with any possible legal action. Heidi Giokos in Johannesburg.